Being able to drive, I can go anywhere I want. I can go out with my friends, I can go riding, I can go to college. It's very relaxing, I find. Getting in a car, you can get away from the whole world. You're on your own. Being independent is everything. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I could go to drive to Scotland if I wanted to, or something like that, or Wales or somewhere like that. Without the car, I'm relying on my parents to drive me around, so it's a bit more restrictive. Learning was okay, but some parts were hard, like I found the manoeuvres hard and that sort of thing. The test was very, very nerve-wracking, but I'm glad it's all over now. It's been much easier now I've got the hand controls and drive an automatic car. It enabled me to drive much better. They told me when I came in that you're going to see the occupational therapist. He identified all the controls and he's made me comfortable to drive. If I wasn't able to come here, then I wouldn't have been able to drive. So it's really made a huge difference. So I wouldn't be where I am. So there'll be no sort of hope for disabled people driving.
There's something about me that really does enjoy a challenge, and that's why I like running. I have done 2 half marathons, so I got my medals. I'm very proud of those. I've climbed probably now about 10, 11 mountains. And the idea of mountains still inspire me. I love mountains and that peaceful getting away from it all. I was on a holiday trekking in the Himalayas. On the return from K2 base camp, I fell down a glacier. From my accident, as a result of my accident, I fractured my skull, my left hip, my right shoulder, and I tore my liver. It's changed my life completely. I owe the occupational therapist and the speech therapist probably my life, as much as the consultant who looked after me, but the occupational therapist got me back to life again, to live, independence. I think they're amazing. And they understood the effects of a head injury on a person's life. The occupational therapist helped me to become independent. One of my biggest fears when I was in hospital and after my accident was I'd never get back to running, entertaining and doing physical activities again, particularly when I couldn't walk. But now that I've done the 5K Adidas challenge in September, I know I can get back to setting myself challenges again. And I want to set myself the next challenge is a 10K challenge, and I will do it this year. There's no I might, I will, and I will get back and do a half marathon again.
Mark absolutely loves fishing. It's something that he's done since he was very young. It's something that takes away a lot of his leisure time. He spends all of his time just talking about fishing or going fishing or planning his next fishing trip and buying all the stuff that goes along with it. You see Mark's personality, I think. You see that individuality about him, that there's something that he loves in fishing. It's something he does every weekend and would go down to the lake and would just spend hours sitting there, sometimes till quite late in the evening, just sitting, staring into space, in my opinion. Well, Mark was admitted to the hospital where I work, and he'd been in quite a serious car accident. And so when he came to us, he was in a bit of a bad way. He had lots of physical problems and he wasn't able to talk at all. So being able to communicate with him was quite a challenge because he could only indicate yes and no with his eye blink. That was the limited amount of movement he had and a very small bit of thumb movement at the time. I was looking at Mark's quality of life and thinking what is important to him and what's he going to need to be able to do when he leaves hospital, and for the rest of his life. He was quite a young man when he had his injury. So I think it's a natural progression really that now he's in a different stage of his life and so much has happened since his accident that he can just continue to do something that he loves and that he enjoys, and most importantly he can do it by himself.
Hello, my name is Julia Scott and I'm the Chief Executive of the College of Occupational Therapists and the UK Occupational Therapy Research Foundation. We need your support to fund research into the effectiveness of occupational therapy. We also need to gather the evidence that what we do makes a real difference to people's lives. To enable the occupational therapy profession to continue supporting the health and well-being of the UK population, we need funds. Your support will enable us to help more people live life their way. Please visit our website to find out how you can donate to the UK Occupational Therapy Research Foundation. Thank you.